Bursting 6 stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest. The top stories we're tracking right now. Terrorist Umar's shocking, unseen video seen radicalizing and brainwashing youth just before the attack. ED storms Al-Falah headquarters and 24 other sites as probe into the Delhi blast case continues. Inside details of terrorist Shaheen's mission, Kafir. Shaheen targeted Muslim women to create human bombs. Well, that was the plan. Big win against Red Terror, one of India's most wanted Maoists, the man behind 26 attacks, Haisna shot dead. It's a big Republic Bangla exclusive. Sheikh Hasina's closest aide breaks silence on the ICT verdict. Latest from exercise Mitra Shakti, joint military exercise between India and Sri Lanka, showcases endurance, technology and preparedness. Viewers, let's start with the top story we have been tracking right now. It's a chilling video which has now emerged of terrorist Umar, the man behind the Red Fort blast. He's seen in that video recording himself just moments before that attack. Now, in the video, he's heard attempting to radicalize young minds, pushing poisonous propaganda, trying to recruit and corrupt vulnerable youth. But let's be clear, Republic will never air his message. We will not amplify the words of a terrorist. What we will show you is the truth, the extent of the radical network, the mindset of a man who tried to wage war on India, and the danger he posed before he triggered the blast.
As the Terror Doctor module now stands unmasked, a new video of Umar Nabi has surfaced. What you see on screen is his chilling confession. A video recorded some time before the attack, shamelessly justifying suicide bombing, hatred so deep-rooted that he even called it martyrdom. In this video, you see him sitting, forming his words and then spitting absolute hatred. The terrorist justified his actions, plotting against his very own country, a classic example of radicalization.
The confidence, the conviction with which he is speaking, and he is not just influencing several thousands of youth to carry out what he just pulled off outside the Red Fort metro station on 10th of November, but he is also very confident and very radicalized at this. You can see how brainwashed he was, and he is not just any radicalized youth. He was a professional. He was a professional doctor, so educated. But you can see the finesse with which he is talking, how convicted he is that what he believes is rather indeed the truth and a morally good thing to believe in. He proceeds on, he starts the video by talking about how and what suicide bombing is, what is the Fidain style bombing, and that is when you give your life, when you decide that at this particular place, at this particular time, I'm going to do this, and then he proceeds to talk about how this is one of the very misunderstood concept or misunderstood notions.
Republic has the video, but will not give him a platform. In the video, Umar quotes his religion Islam and justifies suicide bombing. The Terror Doctor is heard in broken English using a fake accent. As the NIA investigates the 10/11 conspiracy, one thing is certain, that this network of white-collar jihadis is far wider than we think. Our nation is under a big threat.
Viewers, in the biggest crackdown yet in the Delhi terror attack investigation, the Enforcement Directorate has tracked down Al-Falah University founder after he went untraceable when searches first began. Since early morning, ED teams have now been conducting raids across 25 locations in Delhi, Faridabad and other places in a case linked to terror funding, radicalization and suspicious financial transactions. The searches were carried out under warrants issued by the NIA. Take a look.
A coordinated crackdown before sunrise. The Enforcement Directorate today raided 25 locations across Delhi and Faridabad linked to the Al-Falah University, its trustees and associated entities. Teams searched the university's 70-acre Faridabad campus, its Okhla headquarters, several offices and residences, part of a deepening probe into the institution's funding.
It's all on the financial irregularities of the Al-Falah University Trust. Of course, apart from probing the Al-Falah University, they are also probing the financial, they're trying to expand the investigation to the financial operations of the Al-Falah Trust, the members of the trust, of course, among the 25 premises of Al-Falah Group. There are 25 premises which are under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate are conducting raid. This is one such office. That's the Okhla office. There's a Jamia Nagar office of the Al-Falah office here in Delhi, where the Enforcement Directorate are also conducting searches.
The ED has now filed a PMLA case, focusing on suspected financial irregularities and possible diversion of funds connected to individuals now linked to the terror module.
Definitely, the CCTV footages, we've been reiterating that has come as the backbone of this entire investigation, that has helped the investigators to track the route that he took. What was he actually doing in the hours before he carried out the blast, and the fact that how extended this module, this terrorist doctor module is, because initially there were just two faces. Initially there was just one arrest, and that too in relation to an absolutely different angle of the story. Adil was arrested just few days ago from Saharanpur, and that is what helped unfurl a lot of angles, a lot of people, how their families are also involved in it.
In a major development, the agency also questioned Chairman Javed Ahmed Siddiqui, who had been untraceable for several days. He was found at his residence when raids began around 5 a.m. Simultaneously, the Delhi Police Economic Offences Wing is probing two UGC-triggered FIRs, one for cheating, the other for forgery, as investigators examine the university's financial and administrative conduct. In a parallel development, the Counter-Intelligence Kashmir Unit carried out multiple raids in Srinagar, Budgam and Kulgam early this morning, part of a white-collar terror investigation. One raid targeted the Kulgam home of Dr. Umar, a cardiologist posted at SMHS Hospital. These searches follow earlier Jammu and Kashmir Haryana joint operations that exposed doctor-led links to the same JEM-backed module, now under national scrutiny.
It was the links of Dr. Adil or the Muzaffar, or then to the Muzammil or Dr. Umar and his key aide Amir, who was arrested by the NIA, and then the name of Dr. Shaheen, who actually comes from Lucknow, was with Dr. Muzammil at Al-Falah Institute in Faridabad. From his vehicle, the weapon and other incriminated material was recovered by the Faridabad police, by ATS and by the team of Srinagar police that was assisting this entire case.
Al-Falah University first came under the scanner after 3 doctors working there were linked to the Red Fort blast and an earlier explosives recovery in Faridabad. Investigators recovered 2,900 kgs of IED material from rooms rented by Dr. Muzammil, a terror doctor associated with the university. Another doctor, Shaheen, was arrested when assault rifles and live cartridges were found in her car. Police say she had a role in helping set up a Jaish-e-Mohammed women's wing in India. Hours after these arrests, Umar, also employed at Al-Falah, drove the car that exploded near the Red Fort, killing 13 people and injuring more than 20. The NIA is probing the blast, while the ED and Economic Offences Wing are now examining whether institutional funds, approvals or networks at Al-Falah facilitated the terror module. With financial scrutiny intensifying, parallel raids in both Delhi and Kashmir, and multiple agencies now working in tandem, investigators believe the next phase of questioning could be decisive in establishing the full extent of the white terror network.
And viewers, it's a chilling new revelation in the Delhi Red Fort blast case. Investigative agencies have now unearthed evidence that accused terrorist Dr. Shaheen was preparing an extensive suicide bomb network made up of Muslim girls and women. This marks one of the most disturbing plots discovered so far in the case. Meanwhile, a fresh CCTV footage of Umar Nabi has surfaced, tracing his movements before the blast. Take a look at the details as we expose the radical plot, Mission Kafir.
In the latest updates in the Delhi blast case, a new picture of terrorists Shaheen and Muzammil have now surfaced. Both the terrorists have been seen posing in front of the Brezza car, the same car that was used to carry explosives in the 10/11 blast. Sources suggest another revelation related to terror Dr. Shaheen has come to light in the case. Investigative agencies have uncovered a disturbing plot involving Shaheen, where she allegedly sought to recruit Muslim girls and women as human bombs. Sources say that Shaheen's plan was a detailed one, with the investigators retrieving crucial information from her WhatsApp chats. The details show disturbing conversations about her mission codenamed Operation Kafir.
Whether it was the links of Dr. Adil or the Muzaffar, or then to the Muzammil or Dr. Umar and his key aide, Amir, who was arrested by the NIA, and then the name of Dr. Shaheen, who actually comes from Lucknow, was with Dr. Muzammil at Al-Falah Institute in Faridabad. From his vehicle, the weapon and other incriminated material was recovered by the Faridabad police, by ATS and by the team of Srinagar police that was assisting this entire case. This also tells the mindset and also the plans of the Pakistan or the ISI, that how they are trying to get in touch with those people who doesn't have any criminal background, have no separatist links. Some of them even are being used from outside Kashmir Valley, where you hardly get these people noticed.
She ordered explosives and began preparing to create human bombs, even giving them a code name. Shaheen is reported to have focused on Muslim women who were divorced or living away from their husbands and children, seeing them as more vulnerable targets. She was also actively looking for young girls between the ages of 14 and 18, individuals who could be more easily manipulated and brainwashed into carrying out these acts. Shaheen's role in this operation was chillingly clear. She took full responsibility for identifying and recruiting these women and girls. Mission Kafir sheds light on a disturbing pattern of targeting vulnerable individuals for extreme purposes. On the other hand, a fresh CCTV footage of terror Dr. Umar Nabi has surfaced, showing his movements before the blast. This newly obtained CCTV comes from Delhi's Aruna Asif Ali Road. The video, recorded at approximately 2:35 p.m. shows a white I-20 car linked to terror Dr. Umar. He is believed to have visited the Faiz-e-Ilahi Mosque, located on the same road, hours before the blast. Authorities are now examining whether this stop at the mosque plays any role in reconstructing his movement pattern before the explosion. As his movements continue to be under investigation, officials rush against time to piece together every minute leading up to the blast.
Viewers, Republic is calling on nationalists to come forward and speak about their opinions, voice their opinions against terror and injustice. The campaign, with the motto of Hard State, Hard Truth, urges all the Nationalist collective members to send videos or text on WhatsApp, sharing their thoughts and perspectives. The message emphasizes the need for collective nationalist responses, encouraging people to speak up without mincing words. It's a call to action, seeking to unite like-minded individuals who stand against terror and advocate for a strong stance. So send us your videos or messages. This is the number there, 730-443-4381. 730-443-4381, and strike your point with clarity. And viewers, let's move ahead right now with historic counter-insurgency breakthrough. Hidma, the most notorious Maoist commander of our times, the mastermind of Jiram Ghati, Sukma, Bijapur and much more, has now been neutralized. He has been eliminated. The man who once terrorized 3 states has been hunted down in the jungles of Andhra Pradesh. Now this development marks a big win against the menace of red terror.
No negotiation, no surrender. Only gunfire for terrorists. In a major blow to the Maoist movement, notorious Central Committee leader Madhvi Hidma, the man behind at least 26 brutal attacks, has been eliminated in an intense early morning encounter in Andhra Pradesh's Alluri Sitaramaraju district. The gun battle erupted between 6 and 7 a.m. inside the dense Maridimulli forest, a Maoist stronghold near the tri-junction of Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Telangana, an area long used by Maoist terrorists for their operation.
दर्दनाक जो नक्सली है माड़वी हिडमा, उसको पुलिस के जवानों ने ढेर कर दिया है। 6 माओवादियों को पुलिस के जवानों ने ढेर किया। ये पूरी सफलता तेलंगाना के जो ग्रे हाउंड्स के जो जवान हैं उनके द्वारा देखी जा रही है। ऐसे में एक बड़ी सफलता की ओर देखी जा रही है, जिसको लेके छत्तीसगढ़ के गृह मंत्री सहित बस्तर आईजीपी सुंदरराज ने भी माना है कि इससे एक नई जो दिशा है वो देखने को मिलेगी। माओवाद की जो कमर है जो टूट चुकी है, ऐसे में अब जो बड़े नक्सली जो समर्पण कर रहे हैं, जो समर्पण करने के लिए मजबूर होते हुए समर्पण कर रहे हैं, वाकई जो दिशा है, किस तरीके से बस्तर की जो तस्वीर है वो आने वाले समय में बदलते हुए नजर आएगी।
By the time the guns fell silent, 6 Maoists lay dead by Andhra Pradesh greyhounds, including the dreaded commander who carried a bounty of rupees 50 lakh and his wife Rajay alias Rajaka. His record is soaked in blood. He carried out the 2010 Dantewada massacre, which killed 76 CRPF personnel. The 2013 Jiram Ghati ambush, 27 people, including senior Congress leaders, wiped out. The 2021 Sukma Bijapur attack, 22 security personnel martyred.
Viewers, this is a Republic Bangla super exclusive, the first on-camera interview with Asad-Uzzaman Khan, the former Bangladesh Home Minister and Deputy to Sheikh Hasina, speaking on camera for the first time since the August 5th, 2024 uprising. Hasina's aide broke a year-long silence. He calls the ICT verdict invalid, alleges foreign hand and warns Bangladesh has become a terror hub.
A day after Dhaka court gave death sentence to former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Republic Bangla spoke to Asad-Uzzaman Khan, the former Bangladesh Home Minister and Deputy to Sheikh Hasina in the government in exile. This marks his first appearance since the 2024 uprising.
1 year after this entire thing that has unfolded, you were in front of the television, you were in front of the camera, speaking 18 hours after a court in Bangladesh has given you death sentence. Could you explain the verdict that has been announced in Dhaka yesterday, sir?
You see, this is a plain verdict. We are ready to hear this verdict because what happened in the court, who run this court? The former Jamaat Islam leadership, they are managing everything, the court, the leader, they appointed everything. So what verdict will come, we know it. And you remember one thing, after August 5th, Pakistani government announced that we have taken the revenge of 71. So it is clear.
When asked if the verdict on Hasina was biased or illegitimate, here's what the minister said.
Mr. Khan, do you believe the verdict was issued by a biased or illegitimate process or a functionary? If so, what leads you to question the validity of an international tribunal involved, sir?
It is invalid. Why this court will form and why they will charge against us? We are the freedom fighters. And Sheikh Hasina, our Honorable Prime Minister, is the daughter of our father of nation. And we fought against Pakistan. We fought against the supporter of that time, Jamaat Islam, is who found Al-Badr Bahini, Rajagar Bahini, who helped Pakistani soldiers to enter our villages. And they, village after village, they burned and they raped our women. This was the scenario. So the people didn't forget this thing. And they are taking that revenge by this coup.
And when asked if the issues related to St. Martin, Chittagong might have influenced any alleged geopolitical motives behind the situation, here's what the minister said.
Mr. Khan, my third question to you actually is regarding St. Martin's Island. Do you think issues related to St. Martin's or Chittagong might have influenced any alleged geopolitical motives behind the situation? If I specifically say that US deep state and Muhammad Yunus were behind this entire coup that has happened, that has unfolded, and led to your exile. If so, what factors do you believe contributed to this view, sir?
Our Honorable Prime Minister clearly mentioned that if I would give them St. Martin and Chittagong port, then no action, no nothing would come to me.
Meanwhile, Sheikh Hasina has already made it clear that she will approach the International Criminal Court against the verdict. All eyes are now on her next move.
And viewers, exercise Mitra Shakti saw a joint military drill between India and Sri Lanka. Now, these were high-intensity combat drills with drones and robotic, multi-utility legged equipment. Now, the focus being real-world readiness and agility. The joint exercise boosts coordination and builds combat-ready spirit between the forces. Here's more.
At Belagavi, exercise Mitra Shakti the 11th picks up pace, with troops from India and Sri Lanka tackling the battle obstacle course, showcasing endurance, agility and sharp combat preparedness. Training also focuses to fighting in built-up areas, a dynamic Fibua demo featuring drone reconnaissance, light specialist and all-terrain vehicles for rapid induction, and robotic mules navigating room-to-room spaces. Slithering practice adds a heliborne edge to the day's drills, building confidence and insertion capability. The joint exercise also moves into counter-IED operations, with a lecture demonstrating on route clearance drills, actions after detecting explosives, charge preparation and render-safe procedures. From obstacles to operations, every drill tightens coordination, proving Mitra Shakti is more than training. It's combat-ready camaraderie.
And viewers, Republic is calling on nationalists to come forward and voice their opinions against terror and injustice. The campaign, with the motto "Hard State, Hard Truth," urges all the Nationalist collective members to send videos or text on WhatsApp sharing their thoughts and perspectives. And the message emphasizes the need for collective nationalist responses, encouraging people to speak up without mincing their words. It's a call to action seeking to unite like-minded individuals who stand against terror and advocate for a strong stance. So send us your videos or messages on the number that we are saying right now, 730-4434-381, and strike your point with clarity. And viewers, that's all we have on 6 Stories at 6, but do not go anywhere. Next, we will go live and breaking with all the latest updates.